Alright guys, so today we're doing Unit 6, Inequalities and Expression Study Guide. So they want you to solve the first inequality. So you're going to distribute that -4. So you get -4m, and then a -4 times a +3 is going to give you a -12 is less than or equal to 25. Then you're going to add 12 to each side. So you have -4m is less than or equal to 37. Then you're going to divide by -4m. Now when I divide by that negative, I have to flip the direction of my inequality. So 4 goes into 36 9 times with 1/4 left over. A positive divided by a negative is going to make me a negative. So m has to be greater than or equal to -9 1/4. They want an equivalent expressions. The first thing I'm going to do is the distributive property. So I have 8, and then a positive times a negative is going to leave me with a -4x. And then I have -18 plus 6x. Now I'm going to move my stuff around so that I have the right stuff together. So I have a -4x, I have an 8, I have a -18, and I have a positive 6x. Okay, when my signs are different, I have to subtract. So 6 minus 4 is 2, and I take the sign of the larger absolute value, which is positive. And then when the signs are different, I have to subtract. So 18 minus 8 is 10, and I take the sign of the larger absolute value. So my expression is 2x minus 10. I can't do anything with the 2x and the 10. That's as small as it goes. Write an equivalent expression. So I've got 4x, and then I have to distribute that negative. So -3x minus 4, because a negative times a positive is a negative times a positive is a negative, plus 8. Then I have 4x minus 3x minus 4 plus 8. So when the signs are different, you subtract. So I'm left with just x, and it's going to be positive because the larger absolute value is positive. And then my signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 4 is 4, and it's positive because the larger absolute value is positive. So I have x plus 4. Lynn got a $50 gift card to use in an online music store. She uses the gift card to buy an album for $11.99. She also wants to use the gift card to buy some songs. Each song costs 99 cents. Write an inequality that describes the situation where n is the number of songs Lynn wants to buy. So I know that it has to be 50. I know that each song is 99 cents. And I know she wants to buy an album or the whole thing for $11.99. So I can't spend more than what's on the gift card, right? I can't spend more, but I could spend what's equal to. So it has to be less than or equal to that amount. Graph the following inequality showing the solution set. All right, so I'm going to subtract 3 on each side of my inequality. So I'm left with 2x is less than 4. Then I'm going to divide by a -2. When I divide by that negative, I have to flip my inequality. So I get a -2 as my response, because 4 divided by a -2 is a -2. I have an open circle on -2, and x is greater than. So my arrow is going to go that direction. It's an open dot because it doesn't have a line under the inequality. So they want me to write an equivalent expression. So I've got 3x plus 4, and then -4x. A negative times a negative is going to make a positive 6. So then I'm going to combine my like terms. All right, so my signs are different. So I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. So I'm left with x, and it's going to be negative because the larger absolute value is negative. Then on the other side, my signs are the same, so I'm going to add, and both the signs are positive, so it's positive. So I have -x plus 10. All right, write an equivalent expression. So I have I have to distribute. So I'm multiplying -3 times +3, so I get a -9x. -3 times -8 is going to give me a +24. 6 times 3 is going to give me 18x. And then 6 times 4 is going to give me 24. And I know that they're all positives because positives times positives equal positives. Then I'm going to combine my like terms. So my signs are different, so I have to subtract. 18 minus 9 is 9, and I'm going to get a +9 because the larger absolute value is positive. Then both of my signs are the same, so I'm going to add, and 24 plus 24 is 48. So my equivalent expression would be 9x plus 48. Graph the following inequality and show its solution set. So I have -2x plus 3 is less than or equal to 14. So I'm going to subtract 3 on each side to create that 0 pair. Then I'm going to divide by the -2. When I divide by that -2, I have to flip the inequality. So I get 5.5, and it's going to be a -5.5. So I actually have to add to my number line. I'm trying to get my negative sign to show up. There we go. Okay, so I know that it's going to be a closed dot on -5.5, which would be halfway between 5 and 6. And I know that it's all the numbers that are greater than, so my direction is going to go that way. All right, 4 times the number n, so that would be 4n, is less than 15. So they just want me to solve that. So I'm going to divide by 4 on each side. So n is less than 4 goes into 15 3 times with 3/4 left over. So I'm going to have an open circle on 3 3/4, so it's going to be about there. And I know it's less than, so it's going to go in this direction. Remember, your inequality points in the direction of the arrow. Write an expression that's the equivalent. So 1/2 times 4 would be 2x, and it's going to be a negative because a negative times a positive is a negative. And then a -1/2 times a -8 is going to leave me with a +4 because half of 8 is 4, and a negative times a negative is a positive. Admission to a school dance is $3, and there's a picture booth at the dance, and each picture costs $4.50. Maria has $20. Write an inequality that represents the number of pictures that Maria can purchase at the dance with admission. So the $3 just to get into the dance plus $4.50 for each picture, and she has $20. She can't spend more than $20, so that means that this has to be less than or equal to 20. So she could spend up to $20, but not less than. If you need help or you have questions, just let me know. Have a great rest of your day.